Larry's not here, is it? Larry Myers, did he call?
No, I talked to Billy and we don't know what. They've been having problems. He'd like to get somebody to check the electrical out there. He doesn't know if it's using the box, if it's some outlets, he doesn't know. They keep having trouble down there.
Yeah,
Like their electric, like when they programs and things.
Okay.
And then they need somebody that's qualified to do that, to look into it, to see where the problem actually is.
I saw Larry down at the restaurant the other day, and I mentioned that I know there's an electrical contractor working on the new restaurant up at Snowbird Road, and he said he would check it out, but I don't know. I haven't seen him since. So I don't know if he has or not.
So he's going to check with that electrician.
That was his intention when he left the restaurant that day.
Or I can tell Larry to talk to somebody about that.
Well,
Or did you tell him?
I told Larry that if I was him, that I would check with them, because they have to be certified.
We're down to the community resource funding. Your turn about the money.
I guess you received your packets from the executive director, Lou Newberry of Community Resources. You can have ample time to review and think about it.
Do you have a copy of it?
When was this?
June the 27th is when he mailed it.
We got it the last time.
Did we get it?
Oh, yes, I can let,
I don't know what I saw.
Was it for 12,000?
That'll be for the next year, 2014 fiscal year, but we were requesting 7,500 to finish out this year. What has happened, our overall agency that provides low-income services to the 125 to 150% poverty-stricken families has been decreased 12% as of April. We had to close our full-time service office in Doddridge County, which made it very hard for the families to come to Harrisville. And I apologize, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Bonnie Klein. I'm the community service specialist in Ritchie County. I've been with the agency almost 27 years, so we were fortunate enough for the budget revisions to allow to put somebody back in the county on Mondays and Thursdays. We've come to find that isn't enough time to give quality services to your folks in need, because they're having to come to my office, causing a greater hardship. And some of them are telling me they're traveling 30 miles one way versus needing help on an electric bill through a referral from DHHR. And we've also received additional funding with some families, more one-on-one through the Family Development Counseling, which is awesome. It's working really well in Ritchie County. And we want to emphasize that more in Doddridge as well. Not just offer Band-Aid services, but educate them on how to be self-reliant. It is working in Ritchie County. I'm anxious to get Melinda up and running. And those of you that know Melinda Chips, she works with the health department here in your county. And we thank them for allowing us to have space there as well for the 2 days that she's there.
And will that space be available if you're full-time?
I don't know. I have to check with Debbie, our administrator, because we do have a sanitarian that comes in on Mondays. So I might be there 4 days a week, and then again, we might find another office space.
Well, the senior citizens, I'm
Yes.
sorry to interrupt you, but the senior citizens also have a good working relationship with us.
Yeah.
We go on site there and do income tax returns free of charge up to $51,000 income. So that opens a lot of doors for the median income as well. Just in 2012, we served 579 families in Doddridge County. And again, the expense of having a worker come to your county or try and reimburse for mileage for them to come here. Melinda is experienced, she's a people person. Most people know her face in this county. If you remember Patty Fox, who was very dedicated to her job. She's all for this, getting us back full time. She came to visit me on Thursday of last week and say, Bonnie, what have y'all done about this? You know, she built that foundation. She wants to see it back.
I would senior citizens.
Senior citizens,
Available for 5 days a week.
I don't know about the 5 days, but we could alternate and just toot our horn more in this county and find some space. That's what our goal is. And our program manager, Jessica Moyer, she's with us today, and she's doing a lot of the PR where we're doing frontline services. She could come out and about in Doddridge County and work with and try to find more office space if we can only do it 2 days that way.
Have you tried those spaces across from the restaurant?
Honestly, Shirley, I'm not familiar with any of the available spaces, but Jessica's more than eager to learn about that as well. And Melinda, she could be working with you all, finding out tips. And if anybody in the community, if you want us back full-time, we need some outreach, we need some information back to us about any sites that might be affordable. This is Melinda Chip. She works at the health department part-time and for community resources part-time.
We haven't looked at available space yet. We're trying to get on track to see if we even have the funding for it. Because the program's great. We have money to fund the program, just the program funding does not cover administrative costs. So we have ample amounts of money to help more families. We just don't have the time. And we would love to have the time. Like she said, we helped over 500 people this year, almost 600 people.
We've always gave to community resources, except for last year. We didn't.
And I apologize for that. I believe that was our fault because the letter of request wasn't submitted. And it was unaware to our executive director that that didn't happen. So it should be a pretty smooth operation from now on, Shirley. We do apologize for that because the need was there. Definitely was there.
Now I'd like to present you guys with brochures on the program that we're working with. We did a 9-month training on it. We've been doing this for over a year now, and we've had a lot of success with it. It's basically a program that will get people on their feet. It's not to help them just get by, but it's a program to work them towards being self-sufficient. And that's our whole concept that we're changing to. So the more we can help, the better.
You had closed the office in Doddridge County at some point in time here recently.
Yes. After the first of the year, Melinda was hired part-time basis in April. So Mondays and Thursdays is where we're at right now, and it's not enough. And we're causing more hardship for families to have to travel to Harrisburg. And then, of course, I'm there to take care of all of Ritchie County, which is several miles across the county. And unfortunately, we're only allowed to 1 person per office due to funding cuts. And we don't know if throughout the year there'll be more revisions, more cuts.
It's the best organization. It's a good organization.
So you get your primary funding from,
Community service block grants, and we also receive emergency funds from FEMA. And Melinda, since she came on board in April, has gone through $4,000 plus of the FEMA funds utilized for utility assistance and emergency food, medications, whatever the case may be. But what Jessica had just introduced to you, we now are sitting on $4,500, particularly for Doddridge County, earmarked to work one-on-one with individuals who want to be self-reliant, who want to sit down with an action plan, set goals, and we mentor and coach and give them resources after resources and funding. Say they need something on their car, a sticker, or license, insurance, so they get their first paycheck. This program will pay that, get them on their feet.
And it's everything from teaching them how to budget to getting them coordinated with a bank so that they can set up accounts. And there's just so much that people don't know and won't know until somebody can sit down and teach them those things.
do you find people wanting?
Absolutely.
Yes.
They just don't know how to get there because a lot of the people that come see us, they're so focused on the now, how am I gonna make it till tomorrow? Rather than seeing long-term, and by doing this and meeting with them, we're able to help them long-term. But this program's not gonna work as well if we're only here 2 days a week in Doddridge County. Because we wanna be able to meet with them, and for them to have to go that far, it's just not feasible.
And also, in the past, we have a good working relationship with the Doddridge County and every county we serve, 11 counties through the Department of Health and Human Resources. They're on board now of sending us referrals for this particular program. And they're even writing on the referral, this person wants this. We may see it if we see someone who doesn't have their referral, but we met with the Department of Health and Human Resources staffs. Doddridge County staff was also there in the Harrisville office. The executive director, Ryan Barber, program manager, Jessica, myself, and a few others. And they were so excited, that this program is now available. My hopes and dreams after putting Band-Aids on sores is to turn my service to this instead of those Band-Aid services. I want to be holistic, see the goals become a reality and these people off of any system. That's my goal.
You see so many families that are on generations of this,
Yeah, I'm serving third generation
and
in 27 years.
and they just don't know anything else. So being able to help them see further into the future than just tomorrow or maybe next week or whatever is amazing.
And on the other side of that, of course, since our community service block grants is our main source of funding, we are measured by the outcomes that we provide. And if we don't show growth in those numbers, that's when our funding becomes in jeopardy. And that is what happened to us in the last time that it was measured for Doddridge County. It wasn't because we couldn't be available, it's that the outreach and the provision of services wasn't happening. And Melinda is highly motivated, and we want to get those numbers back up. Maybe after the first year, that funding may come back to us on the state level. But right now, we honestly need your help and need it bad.
Well, it's kind of like the saying, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach him to fish and you feed him. It's that concept, and I think that's an admirable thing to do. You're requesting how much?
To finish out this year, current funding year is $7,500, and next year, $15,000. You all would see the need for that.
Are you referring to calendar year? Or
It's from July to December and then the following, the next year.
To finish out this year, the current year is $7,500.
Correct.
Now, if you revise your budget and can allow more than that, we'd be more than happy to take it.
I'm sure.
Because we're basing it on hopefully
Yeah,
we can find a cheap space or maybe even a donated space, but we will have to throw in whatever rent may be to have that space.
Would you be willing for us to approve the $7,500 and then at a later date readdress the 15?
Sure. That's how you all want to do that, that's fine. We can come back at a later date and let you know the positives of what's been happening. If you would need that extra.
We can give you a quarter update.
Well, that's, we want,
We keep those monthly, by the way.
we want organizations to be accountable,
Absolutely.
and we want to see positive results from the monies that we're allocating.
Absolutely. And we hold ourselves accountable too. So we want those positives.
I will move that we fund the $7,500 and then revisit the balance later on. Aye.
Thank you. So when did you want us to come back?
Sometime in the fall.
In the fall?
Yeah, when you've had a little more chance to get your quarterly reports.
Okay. All right.
And, keep us apprised of the situation.
We can do that, and we may be calling you periodically to see if you know any places that might in-kind us some space, because it is tax deductible or nonprofit.
Thank you so much for your.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Which